Hey kiddos, today we're going to be continuing our work with adding and subtracting fractions. So first, I'd like you to take a look at this problem that I wrote on the board here. Can you solve this problem? 1 apple plus 3 oranges. Puzzling, right? How about this one? 4 kids plus 8 adults. There's a problem there, right? Are you noticing the problem? Right? You can't solve these problems because they're about different things. You have apples and oranges. You have kids and adults. They're different things. And that's exactly what it's like when you're adding fractions. We've been adding fractions that have the same denominator, but when you have a fraction that has a different denominator, you have to get them to be the same. You have to make like denominators using everything that we've learned about equivalent fractions. So let's see what that looks like. So let's start with this problem. 1/2 plus 1/4. You probably noticed right away they have different denominators. Here we have something that's divided into 2 equal parts, and here we have something that's divided into 4 equal parts. So right away you're saying we cannot add those, and you are correct. We cannot add them as they are. But what if we draw an area model and we make sure that our holes are the same size? So I've got 2 holes here. Pretty good on the size. I might make this one make that one a little better. There. All right, I think those are pretty close to the same size. And we're going to divide this, our denominator tells us divide this into 2 equal pieces. Easy breezy. And our denominator here tells us to divide this into 4 equal pieces. Easy breezy. Okay, now I've got 2 equal pieces here and 4 equal pieces there, and the numerators tell me I should have 1 of each. So I'm going to go ahead and color those in. So now this area model shows 1/2, and this area model shows 1/4. So you're like, well, Miss Cotton, why did you do that? That doesn't really help us because they still have different parts. You are right. These pieces are bigger than these pieces, but we can make them have the same size of piece. All we have to do is say to ourselves, we've got 2 pieces here and 4 pieces here. Which one of those area models could I change so that it would match the other one? Well, clearly, we can change this into 4 equal pieces by doing this. Dun, dun, dun. I did not change the number of pieces that I have. If this is a cake, I still get to eat half the cake, excepting now, instead of eating 1 piece to get half the cake, I'm eating 2 pieces and it's still half the cake. So now, with the power of the area model, I've made these fractions equivalent. Instead of 1/2, I now have 2/4, and here I still have 1/4. It is very easy to add those. We've been doing that for a while. You know exactly how to do it. I've got 2 pieces here and 1 piece there, so total I have 3 pieces out of 4. So 1/2 plus 1/4 is 3/4. To get that answer, we first had to make the denominators the same. Once you have the same denominators, by making equivalent fractions, then you just go ahead and add those numerators, and there you go. Let's try another one. Let's do some subtraction this time. All right, now let's try subtracting some fractions with different denominators. Let's subtract 3/8 minus 1/4. Again, we have different denominators. I'm going to go ahead and draw my area models, remembering that I need my models to be the same size. I'm going to draw a rectangle like that because that's nice and easy to divide into 8 equal pieces. And I feel like those are pretty close. My denominator says divide this one into 4 pieces and divide this one into 8 pieces. That's what my denominator says, 8 pieces. And then my numerator says 3 of them. All right, so there are 1, 2, and 3. Now this numerator tells me I have 1 piece out of 4 over here. Okay, so I'm going to ask myself the same question. When I have these 2 area models, which one can I change to make it so it has the same number of pieces as the other one, to make it so they match? I can't really combine pieces here, right? Think about it. If you have cut a pan of brownies, you can't magically fuse them back together and make them one big piece. You can't do that. So you can't change this one, but you could change the 1/4, right? If you had that pan of brownies and you cut it into 4 pieces, you could keep cutting and you could cut smaller pieces. And that's what we have here. 8ths are smaller than 4ths. So I'm going to go ahead and keep cutting, and I'm going to make this now into 8 equal pieces. And you see now those 2 look the same. How many do I have over here? Now my 1/4 is 2/8. So I have 2/8, and this is still 3/8. So 3/8 minus 2/8. So I'm going to just take away these 2. And how many do I have left? Just 1. When you're adding and subtracting fractions that have different denominators, use what you know about finding equivalent fractions. And then, once you have found equivalent fractions that have the same denominator, it's easy breezy lemon squeezy to add or subtract. All right? Thank you for watching.